What's up, guys? Chimera again with WoW Classic Professions Blacksmithing video. I'm going to teach you how to get to 1 to 300 effectively and efficiently, teach you how to get your specializations done, where the NPCs are located, what items you're going to need, all that good stuff. Also, going to teach you a little bit of the end games recipe slash things you might need to know to be able to make, like, say, the Hand of Rag, Nightfall, or the Arcanite Reaper for that big iconic nostalgic I'm back in Classic and I'm a big D warrior, or to make a whole bunch of money off of. So, as we're going, here you see it. This is everything you're going to need 1 to 300 right here to level up your blacksmithing, and that is give or take a few items. Just use your best judgment whenever you're doing stuff like that. You don't want to use higher quality items whenever you don't have to. Um, so, the Thorium Brotherhood is in Phase 1. We weren't sure if it was going to be or not, but since it is, you can use the Imperial Plate stuff to level up at the end, or if you want to just keep it how it is, you can use the thorium stuff. Regardless of whichever path you choose, hitting 300 blacksmithing is a big thing, but it doesn't stop there. You are going to have to choose a specialization after there, which requires level 40 and I believe 200 blacksmithing skill. Another thing I want to throw out there too, if any questions you have or any comments and stuff like that, please drop them either on the YouTube or you can hit me up on Twitch in the stream at twitch.tv Chimero87. So let's go through a quick rundown, alright? So once you hit 225 blacksmithing, to get it past that, you're going to have to go to Brick, Kingcraft, and Booty Bay, and that's pretty much just the blacksmith there. And then to get a specialization, you're going to have to go back to your city, whether it's Ironforge for the Alliance or Horde, you're going to go to Orgrimmar. You're going to pick up the quests in the blacksmithing area from one of the artisan blacksmiths and complete whatever it is they make you build. I think it's either 6 golden scale bracers for the Alliance or 4 steel plate helms and 4 steel breastplates for the Horde. After that, you're going to get a quest to go talk to the dude in Booty Bay. Once you do that, you're going to go to where my marker is right now, where I'm located at, and that is going to bring you to this dude, Galvin, who's going to require 120 mithril bars, 40 iron bars, 4 citrine, and 5 true silver bars to complete his 3 quests. This is a little expensive. You do it as you're leveling, it's not so bad, but obviously there always is the advantage to being level 60 and running around this stuff and not having to worry about getting in PvP situations, or if you have your epic mount, it is just that much faster to do. So your choice. After that, if you complete these, he's going to send you to a dude in Tanaris called Trenton Lighthammer. He's a night elf. He's standing inside a Gadgetzan towards the south exit of the city. Well, the town, I guess you could call it, not really a city, right? And from there, if you complete his quest, he will give you a mission to go back to. You guessed it, Orgrimmar or Ironforge. Once you talk to them, then you're going to get the way of the Weaponsmith or the way of the Armorsmith. Now, if you are in a raiding guild or intend on being in one, make sure that you talk over with your guild leaders, your officers, and stuff like that. Try to figure out what's going to benefit the guild the most. If people are shooting you materials and stuff like that, it makes it a whole lot easier to be able to level up blacksmithing, but also to contribute to the guild. And just like with any profession, blacksmithing should be no different. People should be helping you out to be able to, get people the Nightfall, or to make the Sulfuron Hammer, or, even just Arcanite Reapers when you're first starting out. Alright, so let's jump into which path you're going to take, whether it be Armorsmith or Weaponsmith. There's a couple things you need to keep in mind, so just pay attention and let's get to it. These are the NPCs that you're going to need to talk to for armorsmithing and weaponsmithing specifically. They're located in Ironforge and Orgrimmar, respectively, for the Alliance or the Horde. And from these, they'll give you the quest chains you need to complete to be able to become one or the other. So for armorsmithing, this is what we got going on. You need these items, but you aren't done yet. You got to get these volumes. And these volumes, you cannot get these yet, okay? Until Phase 2 comes out. But you're going to need to know this anyway, so you might as well learn this as well. The weaponsmithing thing, you can actually do that as of now. But there are some plans, you know what I mean, that you cannot get in the game. I'm going to teach you the ones that you can, the ones that you can't. So you can see, you have to do some instance running, there, to be able to get these. You have to go to Dire Maul, Upper Blackrock Spire, Scholomance, Lower Blackrock Spire, and Stratham. Cool thing about Lower Blackrock Spire, it does have a rare mod there that will drop the plans for the Arcanite Reaper which is, like we said, is a very iconic item. The dark iron armor pieces are for the fire resistance, and they're very good for tanking and stuff like that. In the molten core, they do require a lot of materials though, and the same materials that you use to make this stuff are the same materials that you use to level up your Thorium Brotherhood reputation. So there are two schools of thought on that. Some people say the dark iron gear isn't worth it, especially if, you know what I mean, if you're clearing molten core, especially with the relaunch. Everybody knows how to do this now, so it's not like people are guessing, trying to figure out, mechanics and stuff like that. You're gonna have to choose if getting your tier 1 gear, your tier 2 gear maybe by the time you get exalted with a Thorium Brotherhood, unless you have a guild that's just funneling you materials. Usually there's only one Armorsmith in the guild, but funneling the materials can be, you know, risky. If they're not solid, they leave, boom, you just wasted all that investment that you could have used for other things in the guild. So what we got here is your weaponsmithing and what you're going to need to be able to get to become a weaponsmith. So there's the materials right there that you need for that. Then we're going to jump over to the further specializations, just like we did with armorsmithing. I'm personally becoming an axesmith. I said that already. Arcanite Reaper, it's the shit. You got these 3 NPCs. They are southwest of Winterspring. And depending on which one you choose to go with, they're going to give you kill quests to either kill the Shadow Hunter in Blackrock Spire for Axesmithing, the Swordsmith in Stratholme for Swordsmithing, or the Hammersmith in Stratholme for Hammersmithing. So from there, you've got the Hand of Ragnaros, which is going to take a Sulfuron hammer that you can make with blacksmithing, and you can do one of two things. You can either sell it, or you can get an Eye of Sulphurus and actually make the Hand of Rag with these ingredients right here. You can see there's a lot of ingredients, very expensive to make. 50 Arcanite bars is insane, especially with the 2-day cooldown to be able to create one Arcanite bar. So if you want to get that all done in one day, you'd have to find 25 alchemists that can make Arcanite bars. Anybody will tell you the Nightfall is a must-have for a guild. Have somebody with a two-hander putting that 15% increased spell damage to a target. That isn't just fucking insane. So the Arcanite Reaper is obviously an iconic weapon. Everybody's gonna love to get that. But so far as blacksmithing goes, man, this is over with. I hope it was informative. I hope you liked it. If you did, like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and stay tuned for the next YouTube video that comes out. Thanks again.